Oh, JJJ was about to say something. I don't know. I didn't know. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to lose this magnificent JJJ monologue. I'm sorry. But we have the main quest as a small side bit.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Morning, Parker. Or is it evening? That doesn't matter. Check the neurosensors, would you? We need a faster response time.
On it.
Try to get it under 3 milliseconds.
Okay, looks like I could optimize this power relay.
Okay, so we need +1. Well, that should be relatively easy.
Nice. Okay, what next?
By the way, just because this is a bit hilarious in terms of science and working with colleagues or your boss, he doing all the work and then he comes in and says, you must now fix the response time, and you have no idea what he's even doing and what even this part he's working on is comprised of. I mean, Parker has no idea what chips are in there, and it's just how are they supposed to be able to fix this? He wasn't part of the process of in theory, first laying out the blueprint for this piece or the assembly process. I mean, this is just it's a bit ridiculous. This is not how you create a product. But okay, I mean, he's Spider-Man. Sure, he's a technical genius. So never mind. There is no diagnostic system.
Neurosensor circuit.
There is no diagnostic system that immediately tells you, oh, if you fix that, you're going to have more slower, or well, faster response time. Yeah, that's not how it works. If this is how it would work, this would be, oh my goodness, life could be so much easier. I mean, electrical engineers rejoice, the solution is at hand. Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to... Ah. Okay.
Finished. Signal to noise is out of whack. A new signal processor should reduce lag.
So we have actual 5 target for 0 and 5. So they put 0 in there. We're going for -0, -1. Sorry. Let's go into this one. And we can give +2 or +4. So there's our solution in the end, and we're going to have to get in there. So we're going to have to work with the 2 positive ones. And we're going through 1 positive one. So if I go through the smallest... Oh, that works out. So we can just go in there and then +2, and then we're done. Oh, we only have 1 +2. Well, that's problematic. Okay, never mind, that doesn't work. Then we need to go up and straight, please. And we're going to need blah. Yeah, that's not right. We're going to have 6 plus. I'm going to fix that when I'm done here. Hello there. Hello there. Yes. Oh, that's wrong. Hey, this again. No, that's wrong as well. We need to get the other corner. That's it. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 4. No. 4, and then we need 1 more, so we're going with -2. Done.
I got it, Doc. 2.8 milliseconds.
Good work, Peter. Yes. I'd call that a mild success.
I call that unbelievable. Do you need some help?
Yes.
Doctor, what's going on?
It's become that obvious. My doctors call it a degenerative neurological disorder. Probably caused by overexposure to toxic chemicals in my reckless youth.
Sorry, is there anything I can do?
You already are. The worst part is, it only affects the muscles. The mind continues to work, but it can no longer do. You're the only one who knows, Peter. I'd like to keep it that way.
Of course.
If you'd like to seek a position with more of a future.
I came here to work for you because of what you've got up here. And that's not going anywhere. So neither am I.
Oh, Peter, before I forget, I read the most fascinating article. Outlines possible next steps for the neural interface.
I'll take a look. Thanks, Doc.
Having your body betray you is one of the hardest things I can imagine. I mean, I can imagine a lot, but it's really one of the hardest things that a human can experience. Your mind's still functioning, but your body's going kaput. Especially if it's an illness that's progressing fast. Even though at the end of day, I could probably live with a degenerating body as long as my mind is still functioning. But I'd rather have a dysfunctional body and a functioning mind than the opposite. What good is a functioning body is if your mind is not working properly, if you can't recognize your loved ones, if you cannot think straight, if you cannot make coherent thoughts and decisions. Just a functioning mind is more important than a functioning body. So if I'd have to choose, I'd definitely choose my mind. I mean, without a mind, a human doesn't really exist. He's not a human if his mind is not functioning. The body is just an extension of your mind. It's just it's an exoskeleton. It's you could say it's a flesh robot that's controlled by your mind, but there is no mind anymore. And what good does a robot do if it has no programming anymore? It's just you get my point. Sorry.
Man, I remember the first day I interviewed here. Direct interface with the basal ganglia. Exciting, but risky. I don't know, Doc. You'll need a gallium silk array to make it work. Even then, odds of injury are pretty high.
Gallium! Genius! Never mind the risks. We'll work them out in time.
Doc's really sick. At this rate, he'll lose control of his motor functions within a year. And if we're not careful, an intracranial implant could make things even worse. Even alter his personality. We need to proceed carefully.
A friend of my family has a degenerative muscle disease, and that human has been forced to live in a wheelchair for decades now. She's actually now longer in a wheelchair than she was able to live normal life. But she can cope with it. There are bad days and there are good days. But overall, she's enjoying life. The woman, she found a husband that cares for her, that loves her, and with him, she's able to go to festivals, to have a job and have friends, and you can live with that. I should mention that she hasn't progressed that far yet, so she can still move her arms. She can't walk, but she can move her head and her arms. She can hold something, so she's not entirely helpless. Of course, if we think about people like a certain genius mathematician who held a specific Oxford seat. I hope you do know who I mean. He died, actually, a couple of years ago. It's years already. Oh my goodness. Walking. He couldn't move anything. The only thing that he could move were his eyes. Everything else, his hands, his legs, his torso, they betrayed him. They didn't work anymore. But that kind of freed his mind. He dived into topics, freed of the burdens of flesh. He was capable and he was able to go beyond our little planet and theorize about what's out there and what might have been and what might be and what might will be. And I believe that he was still happy to a certain degree. Yes, he wasn't able to go shit on his own. He couldn't eat on his own. But still, he had friends. He had work. He was a genius. There was so much that he was able to do in life. So many marks he left on society, on this planet, on our species. So even if you find yourself in this situation where such terrible notice is given to you by a doctor, telling you that in a couple of years you won't be able to move properly, don't give up. There are so many ways to contribute, so many ways to continue to live. Do not give up. You only have this one life. That's the problem. If you give it up, you have nothing left. I mean, evolution and logic and realism teaches us that with a high chance of probability, there is little else in the universe except reality and us. So it's questionable whether there is an afterlife. Especially if you think about the fact that, for example, where was God when Hitler was around, when he butchered dozens of millions of people? I mean, if he had the power to stop it, why didn't he? Or children with blood cancer. I mean, if there is a God or gods, and they have the power to save or to stop children from being born with cancer, why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they stop that? That's just cruel and mean. I mean, you can say, yes, humans, choice, nature, if they develop something in the course of their lives, that's on life. Okay, but children, babies born, I mean, not only humans. We're talking about all the animals on this planet. You might not realize that, but animals can also get cancer and illnesses and diseases and muscle degenerative diseases. That's not something special with humans. That's what can affect animals as well. And why would a power that could change allow that to happen? In the smallest, youngest creatures that have no... you get born into life to suffer for a couple of days and then you instantly die? I mean, what the fuck? What kind of deity would allow that? And if such a deity would exist and allow that, I would have no interest in being part of that. I mean, what the heck? Seriously? I don't want to be part of an afterlife where people look down on children being born with blood cancer and dying miserably under pain after a couple of days. That's not the group of people that I could be part of. Okay. Sorry for my rant. But it's just, religion is just sometimes, oh my goodness. If it actually would be true, and there's so much death and darkness and hatred and throughout the years, I mean, just think about the thing that surprises me the most is you might have noticed that there are many scandals with Catholic priests in Rome, Catholic Church, where over decades, if not centuries, they have sexually harassed, if not outright raped, children, both boys and girls. And the thing is that I don't understand is if I'm a priest, that should mean that I take my faith serious. But if I hurt a child, I can't get to heaven anymore. I mean, what are they expecting? If they're actually believing in this, they are destroying their chance to have a nice afterlife. It's just, I don't get it. If you really believe in all this stuff, why would you rape children? I mean, what the heck? What do you think happens when you die? Do you think God or Jesus will come to you and say, oh, I look at your life, well, welcome in heaven? No. You're going to get a straight ticket to hell. I mean, I just don't get it. Either they are mad or they don't believe in their religion. I mean, these are the only choices. Why else would they commit such terrible crimes? If they'd actually believe in the religion they're part of, they'd never commit these crimes because they'd know the consequences. And that's just That's mind-boggling. I can't. I don't understand. I can't understand. I mean, either the priests don't give a shit, they don't believe in the religion, they just seek it as a tool of power, of influence, or they're mad. Done.
Peter is starting to suspect. He hides it, but I can tell. He's seen my twitch, noticed the decay of my fine motor control. Well, I'm the one who wanted a genius for an assistant. Of course he knows. I just need more time. My work can improve millions of lives. Save millions of lives. It can also save my own. I just need more time.
Oh dear, you seeing that? We know what that arm will do. Version 3. Segmented shell, more flexibility. Carbon fiber shell connects to ARM sensors, organic fibers, seg shell, segmented shells. Yeah, obviously, if they're segmented, that's better for flexibility. It's the same principle if you have certain armor. If you have one straight piece of a plate, it's relatively problematic to move under that properly since human body isn't straight. So if you want more flexibility, you should segment it into certain, well, portions or shells and lap them over each other, and that way you can achieve maximum protection whilst having some sort of flexibility. Which is a great idea if you want to survive, since it's not only important to have armor on the battlefield, you also need to move, since if you're a stationary object, that might become a problematic thing. Wait, what's that? Main strands controls muscle, bundles of microfibers, sensors, feeling. I love these. Look at the textures, crisp. We can read them. I mean, this is beautiful. Aliquam lacini. Okay, Latin again. The developers don't know what to do. They're just writing random. I mean, there's the standard Windows. Microsoft is using this standard Latin text. And obviously they're using that because they believe that nobody will read this. Parasant fringular e ultricies justo pretium what consectetur puros sodales eget. You know what? I want to know what that means. I actually learned Latin in school, but I'm not going to translate that now. That would be a horrible accident. Latin translate. Surely there are translators for Latin. Oh! Wait, Google Translator can translate Latin? That's new. Back in the days when I was in school. I mean, Google was younger, yes, but there was no translating Latin with Google Translator. Okay. So, Latin... Okay. Latin to English, yes. What do we have? Aliquam... Lacinia. No, not Laconia. Lacinia. Lacinia lectus diem. Oh, what, the day of the lecture or what? Okay, wait. Let's translate that one. Oh, that didn't work at all. Lacinia lectus diem. Some Lacinia bet diem. That's the translation that Google is giving me. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. Okay. Let's go with the next one. No, with an I-E, present. No, not present. Oh, Google Translator. My Google keyboard, my Gboard is trying to correct me because it's trying to correct me to English, but obviously I'm typing Latin, so Fringilla Ultricies. What's kind of interesting about reality is reality about. We are using Latin letters mostly, but Arabic numerals. You might have noticed that the Romans, they didn't have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you're used to. Those are Arabic numerals. The Romans had their own system with a 1 and then 2 ones, 3 ones, and 4 is a 5 with a 1 with an I before. So the Romans had another system to depict letters, but Europeans and therefore later America, the South and North, and the rest of the world in majority, they came to adopt the Arabic numeral system and not the Latin one, even though most European languages, oh well, many languages on the planet actually, have used the Roman letter system to, well, construct or base their language on. Okay, so present fringilla ultricies justo. What should that mean? It's just fringilla ultricies. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's okay. This doesn't make any sense. There's no hidden secret. Oh, the periodic table of the elements. You can do cool memes with the periodic table of that. Is it a complete one? Didn't they find a couple new elements? 103. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the complete table. Periodic table of elements. Where's the periodic table of elements? How many elements do we have right now? 118. Okay, no. That's actually right now. That's the current periodic table of elements. Obviously, sometimes new elements are discovered, and then the periodic table of elements changes. So I wasn't quite sure if this was the most actual modern one, the most recent one, but it appears that it is. Yeah, it's even correct. SMU, yes. Gold, silver, body, yes. That seems to be correct. Okay, so, hey, they managed to copy a periodic table of elements. Magnificent. What's down there? Return toaster. Review callback RR ASAP. Review crack PP6768. What? Super tools. I mean, look at the quality of these textures. These boards, actually, those look like motherboards. I mean, it's a bit odd. The PCI Express slot is right next to the RAM banks, but seriously, come on. Tell me another game that does it like this. That's not... I mean, this is just a tiny little side item that most people won't even care about or notice, actually. So, considering that, oh my goodness. Oh, please. If you're a developer, crisp, high-quality textures are just, oh, magnificent. This is what I dreamed of as a child, when we had these blurry ancient monitors and graphics card that maybe had 64 gigs megabit of VRAM. Where HD was magnificent. I mean, holy moly. Most people were at 360p or 480p. Before that, it was a more problematic. Oh, what am I supposed to do here? Ah, we just need to press on stuff.
Peter is starting to suspect. He hides it, but I can tell. He's seen my twitch, noticed the decay of my fine motor control. Well, I'm the one who wanted a genius for an assistant. Of course he knows. I just need more time. My work can improve millions of lives. Save millions.
What am I supposed to do here, question mark? That is Otto's... Oh, maybe that's his office. Never mind. Oh, on me.
Doc, I'm sorry. My aunt just texted.
No worries, Peter. I was thinking of taking a break this. As soon as I check our telemetry data.
Thanks. I'll be back in a few hours.
Electro unplugged. Go inside his sci-fi cell in the raft. Will Scorpion sing or sting? Trial begins tomorrow. Fisk. Crusader or criminal? Fisk buys shoreline property. Rhinos. Oh, please tell me that we're going to fight Electro, Scorpion, and Rhino in this game later on. Rhinos rampage roadblocked. RRR. Are you serious? Okay. Who is the Kingpin? Spider-Man. Threat. Oh, the Kingpin. Oh dear. Threat or menace? By the way, I'm a big fan of the fact that I'm not sure if you watched it, but there is the main MCU universe, and then there were a couple Netflix series about the MCU, but they weren't officially part of the canon, and they had this magnificent Kingpin actor who did a splendid job, and then Hawkeye came along, and then Marvel actually went ahead and got the old actor who did a splendid job and gave him the new job in the big MCU version, and it works splendidly. Oh, I love to see the actor in action. He's just the perfect Kingpin in real life. Just, oh, wonderful. Alright. Our vultures quarks. Tombs claims frame up. Blames wall crawler. That's a tongue breaker. What is that? Fiery tragedy averted by costumed hero. And New York's newest vigilante, what we know. Are they talking about Spider-Man? I don't know. Examine.
Electro was the first legit super-powered villain I fought. Till then it had been regular guys in fancy suits. Electro was a big change. Big change. Last time I fought Scorpion, he asked if I knew what my skull looked like from the inside. Then offered to show me. Super fun guy. Gonna miss that humorless grimace. Mob enforcer turned walking tank. Rhino's racked up enough property damage to destroy Manhattan 3 times over. Vulture might be the smartest guy up on this wall. Not smart enough to duck 3 consecutive life sentences, of course, but still pretty brainy.
What? Look at that top left corner. Meow, cat burglaries on the rise. Promises, promises, Osborn's better plans. Oh, Spider-Man, threat or menace? Friend or foe? Supervillain, slammer, raft, now open. And we have Mysterious Man terrorizing New York City and Fisk Financials. How much is Wilson worth? Oh dear, sanitation strike. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so we're done here. I can actually read it. Username and password. Cancel, unlock. Log in as another user. Data encrypted. I can actually read this, people. Can I read? Can I decipher what's on the keyboard? Is the keyboard correct? Oh, QWERTYUIOP. It is correct. Oh my goodness! Look at the quality of the keyboard. Tabulator, shift, control. Oh my god, this is a high quality texture. Yeah. Oh, these are textures. Probably many. Oh my goodness. Look at the kind of effort they did in this game. I mean, but come on, seriously. If you, I mean, probably they just bought the right to use a couple of textures. These days, game developers are not creating all the textures they're using. But seriously, there's so many portions of the game with so much attention to detail. Why are the side quests? They are kind of a major point of the game, so bland and boring. I mean, seriously, I would hope that in future Sony exclusive titles turned PCMR, we are going to see better side quests. That's about the only real issue I have with these titles. Everything else is kind of fine, but the side quests are just boring as heck, and that's a shame because these games are crafted so beautifully. there is this huge potential for extraordinary side quests that would elevate the experience. That is already great. What's that? Best buy milk. Aunt May at feast. Hey, okay.